So imagine somebody is blindfolded and they're walking around aimlessly, right? They can't see where they're going, and you're watching them, and you see them walking towards a cliff. Now you're not close enough to where you can actually grab them to prevent them from walking off the cliff, but you can scream and you can yell and you can tell them like, hey, don't go in that direction. You're gonna fall off a cliff. Now are you obligated to yell at them and try and get them to not run off the cliff? And I think you are. And this, I would include this with even if they were like really wanting to walk in that direction. Like, I don't know, they have some sort of they're following some smell or something that they really enjoy, and they're about to walk off the cliff. Yeah, you should yell and scream and get them to not walk off the cliff, even if they're really wanting to walk in that direction. Now imagine another scenario where you're given the knowledge, all of a sudden, that Christianity is true, and you see somebody starting to make decisions that are going to put them into eternal hellfire. Should you yell and scream and take action to try and get them to stop and turn around and head away from eternal hellfire? I think in the same way that you should do that with the person walking up the cliff, you should do that with the person walking towards eternal hellfire, whether or not they are walking in that direction because they really want to walk in that direction or whatever. I think we have an obligation, right? So when people bring up this like critique of religion, where they have an issue with, religions are trying to force their views onto other people. Well, we wouldn't have that same that same view in the context of someone walking off a cliff. So why do we all of a sudden change when it comes to like religion? And we can apply this to really any other belief system as well. Like, as a vegan, I see this happen all the time with veganism. So again, we're using this sort of like, I see people use this like choice as the justification. Something is justified because they chose it, right? You ought to let the person walk off the cliff because they're choosing to follow the smell. We shouldn't use choice to justify things. We should use the substance of things to justify the choice. So whether we're talking about religion, whether we're talking about veganism, whether we're talking about morality, whether we're talking about anything, I don't care about the choice. I care about the substance that then justifies the choice. Yeah, hopefully that made sense.